Illinois Valley Community Hospital, we care for you.
Talkin Sports brought to you by the caring professionals at Illinois Valley Community Hospital.
IVCH.
A guy that I can't beat him in too many things these days, but I probably could in a race. Mark Siebert, who is one of the great names in the area as far as coaching, as far as athletic director, longtime coach at LaSalle Peru High School, and now at the St Bede Academy. Had some surgery done on a
He's going to take a minute to get his breath here.
You bet. But Siebes, it's great to see you, my friend. And did those guys save you any pizza up front or not? Huh?
Hey, I wish I could say it's great to see you guys too.
No, don't start. Don't start.
All right, just
You nailed me right off the start. I'm hobbling in here and I get nailed.
You got it.
Some things never change.
By the way, Joshua Slevin said to tell you hi.
Josh, I had a nice talk with Josh last night.
Did you? Good
over
for
the
you.
phone. What a great kid.
That's good.
Who's his real father? Did you ever find out? I mean,
We'll be back with the next AD here in a couple minutes. All right, well, go ahead and just kind of take us through the school year there.
I don't know how this has been going, but I would like to talk about all of our sports a little bit.
It'd be a lot easier if that wasn't written in crayon, by the way.
That's all I have at home.
Don't give you any sharp objects.
No, I know it. We have a cross-country program for boys and girls that Dennis Summers runs and does an outstanding job. We have boys and girls golf also. Rich Cummings coaches both of those, and really the kids really love him and play for him. And the girls actually team were sectional qualifiers this year. Mike Lau coaches boys and girls tennis. One is in the girls play in the fall and the boys play in the spring. And Mike coaches both of those, does a terrific job. We have boys and girls bowling, which I didn't even know was a sport. Did you know that was a sport?
Well, of course.
Bowling?
Bowling is a sport.
Okay. Boys
I mean,
and
you
girls
guys-
bowling. Nathan Boudreau coaches it, and he assured me that it is indeed a sport.
Didn't you bowl at the Playmore when you were at LP?
Yeah, it was
PE
not
class?
a sport then, I guarantee it. But
Well, Nathan Boudreau also got a big win in baseball this year when John Bellino couldn't make it to the game. You remember that?
Nathan's a good coach.
He was the assistant coach when John Bellino's wife told him, "You're going to your son's graduation in 8th grade. You're not going to the baseball game."
Right. Have you seen Michael Bellino, by the way?
He's
The
huge.
8th grader?
I saw him, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
6'3", 185.
Yeah, yeah.
I told John, I want him up on varsity immediately. If you don't want him on offense, I'll take him on defense.
Well,
Yeah.
the rumor's out. He's not going to play football. He's sticking with basketball.
Yeah, that's a good
I bet
rumor.
not.
Anyway.
maybe he's going to just golf in the fall.
Yeah.
No, he's just
he
a
looks like a
bowler.
golfer.
He looks like a bowler.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a good bowler.
What else you got at St. Bede out there?
I want to get back to bowling because we had the bowler of the year in the area. Bucky Emmerling was the bowler of the year. He's only a junior. Mike Scoflank coaches boys and girls track during the spring. I'm going to tell you something. I got to know Mike the last couple of years now that I've been out there. What a dedicated young man he is. I mean, this guy has a passion for track, which I'm not used to. You know, I've seen passion for other sports, not for track. Mike is dedicated. The girls track team were the Tri-County champs for the first time. They had 2 state qualifiers this year. The boys track program has been first or second in the Tri-County for the last 6 years, so they've done a great job. They had 2 state qualifiers this year also. In fact, they had a kid named Michael Masamba who took 6th in the state in the triple jump. So that was a great thing for
And
Mike.
Mark, I think the greatest thing about the St. Bede track success is they don't have a track to practice on.
You know, we don't have a lot of facilities there. We don't have a bowling alley out there either.
That's not what Josh said. They used to roll a ball in that hallway down between
I can't
under
believe-
the underground hallway.
I can't
They used
believe
to
there
bowl
isn't
in
an
there.
old bowling alley in the monastery somewhere.
Well, they the monks, they got the bowling wrapped up.
We don't
They
have
don't let
tennis
anybody
courts.
else do it.
We don't have tennis courts either. You know, I mean,
I know.
really, we got to move around to get some things. But yeah, the kids are terrific kids. In wrestling this year, there was a first for St. Bede. Blair Tiger coaches wrestling. They've had wrestling out there for 5 years now. Do you believe that?
It doesn't seem like it's been that
Time
long.
flies,
It doesn't
wow.
seem like that, but it's 5 years now.
In fact, he came in and took the first team, didn't he?
Yes.
He was
Yes.
the first coach.
Yep, he's the
Yeah.
only coach I've ever
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
And this year, St. Bede had the wrestler of the year, Dan Roszinski, who almost made it to state. He took fourth in sectional, which is one place away. John Bellino, you may have heard of him, coaches football. You know, he's been the head coach out there now for 30 years. This last year was his 30th year as head coach. That's outstanding. And he's, you know, he hasn't changed at all. He's the same John Bellino that we all know and love. Volleyball, Don Williams was the coach. Don, as you probably know and have seen over the years, is probably, if not the best, one of the very best female athletes ever to come out of there. She
was Dawn Carlson.
Dawn
at
Carlson
St.
at that
Bede.
time, that's
yeah,
correct.
it was Dawn Carlson's daughter,
Yeah.
and he built the first ever girls basketball team around her, and he was the coach in those days.
She was a good
and she's
athlete.
stepping down, I think, isn't she?
Yeah, and she has to step down. They were 16-12 this year, second in the Tri-County, and her husband got transferred, or there's a job responsibility there which forces her. You know, with her, family comes first,
Right.
and so she was kind of forced to step down. It broke her heart, and it broke our hearts. And but we got a Peggy Zimmerman going to take her place this next year, and hopefully she can carry on the tradition. In basketball, Terry Nelson took over this year as the new basketball coach. Great guy. And they were 17-10 this year. Just had a terrific, which you know from watching St. Bede basketball the last couple of years, they haven't been that fortunate. And 17 wins for them was terrific. We had a sophomore team that was 19-1, and we had a freshman team that was 24-0. So things look pretty good in boys basketball.
You tell Terry Nelson if they don't win, he's gone.
Oh, he knows that.
No, Terry's a great guy.
Terry is.
He really is.
He might take that serious, though. We better watch out.
Yeah, be careful.
He doesn't have a sense of humor that
He hasn't
we're
learned
used
yet.
to.
He's pretty business. He's pretty businesslike out there. He really is.
Girls basketball, you know, I don't have to say much more than the coach is Tom McGonigal, to be honest with you. What an outstanding coach. Again, I've had the privilege of watching him work the last 2 years, and he is just a dedicated coach who gets he knows the game and he knows how to coach. It's more than just knowing the game. You got to know how to get through to kids and everything. And
Yeah, and he's going to be coaching the IBCA girls all-star team this year, by the way.
Doesn't surprise me one bit. He's
So that, they kind of, it's not necessarily what you did this season, but the body of work, and they finally recognize what a great job that Gunny does out there,
Yep.
and he will be coaching that team. That's a fantastic honor.
He was 22-8 this past year. They've been Tri-County champs 6 out of the last 10 years, and the other 4 years they took second. So other than that, you know, he hasn't done very good out there. I mean, I don't know how many wins the guy has. He's not
Got a
one to
bunch.
brag about himself, but I'm sure he's averaging over 20 wins a year for, 10 or 12 years now. I mean, he's just got an outstanding record. You never know from talking to him. He's a real modest
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, and he's part of the administration too. I mean, he's got a lot of duties in the
Yeah.
office.
That's why I'm saying all these nice things about him, by the way.
That's the
He's an
overseer.
administrator.
That's right.
He'll get me fired if I don't say something good.